wanna believe in you 너의 내 웃어와 나의 눈이 걔도 이모 believe in you 기노 요리 알수록 요리 누구したですね最低だけど素敵さ Don't tell me I'm sorry 많이 요리해 show me時々見るトップからロー突然のスコーでもレインボー右に左流される毎日目に見えないものから大事に Wanna do, wanna do, wanna do, wanna do もう逃げはしない myself 手放すたびかなって終わりのないこのメロ I wanna believe in you 너의 내嘘はないのにけど今は believe in you 昨日より愛せるように残したテキスト最低だけど素敵さ Don't tell me I'm sorry 많이 요리해 show me Already I know no 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 review Already I know no 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 no昔ならブルーで今はノー吐き出すブースからこのフロー期待はしない Don't talk anymore 口より行動で揺らす soul 少しずつ変わってく自分次第で見える better view Mistake からでも just need We'll be alright I wanna believe in you あの日に嘘はないのにけど今は leave in you 昨日より愛せるように残したテキストに最低だけど素敵さ Don't tell me I'm sorry 많이 요리해 show me I wanna believe in you 너의 내 웃어와 나의 눈이 걔도 이마 will leave you昨日より愛せるように残したテキスト最低だけど素敵さ Don't tell me I'm sorry 많이 요리해 show me Already I know no 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 Already I know no 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 Never let me go 'cause I don't know what I would do if you ain't by my side 매일 밤이 지나가길래 혼자가 되어가니까 이제 알았으니까 Yeah
So where you at when I need you most We should probably raise a toast for the time that you never call me Baby 알아야 해 날 너 없이 보낸 그날들은 다 미안해 어떤 걸 Tell me this ain't right This ain't right No no 흘러가듯이 하나 둘씩 놓치기 싫어 Say
It's 2 a.m. You and I Used to talking to the morning It's tea and not holding now Baby let's just take it slowly today I don't wanna miss out on today I don't wanna live like this all day Take my hand and don't you run away I'll be on your way You said I'm the only one that you need but why did you go I can take you anywhere on the right but never let go You said I'm the only one that you need but why did you go I can take you anywhere on the right but never let go
Yeah, I wanna get a chance 넌 내게 항상 priceless 값을 매길 수가 없이 Don't get away 영원하게 바랬나 Timeless Never let go, never let go I never 멈출 수 없어 나는 근데 이미 알아다워 Take me by my hand, baby, Sarah by my side I know you hate me, but I always try Never let go, I never
Never let go
Never let go, I never
Never let go
Never let go, I never Never let go Never let go, I never I can take you anywhere on the right but never let go
You say it's fine, but I know you're lying. 마지막이 여기로 바래. 아직 난 너의 곁이 맞는 것 같아. Let me go cause I fly, fly, fly. It's 2 a.m. you and I used to talk until the morning. It's tea and night, hurry now. Baby, let's just take it so it's duty. I don't wanna be shot on my shooting. I don't wanna live out this OD. 생활에는 더 쉬운 oh wait, I'll be on your way. You say I'm the only one that you need, but why did you go? I can take you anywhere on the ride, but never let go. You say I'm the only one that you need, but why did you go? I can take you anywhere on the ride, but never let go.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. We're back. Hello, hello, hello. We are back after 1 week. I take it everyone has been well. A lot is happening, and I came to join the fray. Yes. Hi, Gino. I can't believe that I caught your live. Yes, welcome, welcome, Odd Home. Yes, Jung and HUBLOT. Is that how you pronounce it? The watchmaker. We have GQ. We have GQ is big, so we're gonna focus on that for a while. We have CORTIS, NBA stuff. We also have a whole freaking BTS movie right after this live stream on Twitch, Patreon. You're welcome to join us. If you don't make it to the live, if you didn't make it to the live, the replay will be available on Patreon for replay forever and ever and ever. Yes. OMG, Kono is doing live. I gotta go. Okay, coers, come back because CORTIS stuff will be coming at the end of this live stream, the latter half. A couple of days ago, I was in the hospital. I was getting a checkup, an endoscopy, and I went live. I was so drugged up. I went live at the hospital. Like, what? Yeah, but don't be alarmed. It was just a checkup, a regular checkup. Yeah. All right, so we have a lot of GQ stuff. What? Are you okay? Yes, it's just a checkup. I don't know the results. It's coming back next week. It was similar to a drunk live. Yes. Catching you briefly before going to sleep. I've been seeing lots of singles Inferno shorts. Now I need to watch the replays with your commentary, Gino. Yes. I am a gifted dating game reactor. It's one of my few gifts that I have, but I am very skilled at that. It's fun. It's more fun watching dating games with me. I don't know why. Yeah. God gave me weird, useless gifts. So here I am on YouTube with you guys. Totally untransferable to the real world. But about half my brain is filled with BTS useless BTS facts. And I am a gifted BTS reactor as well. God, couldn't you give me book smart or something? What is this love song? People's love song? Euphoria, Serendipity, Microcosmos? Yes. I have no idea what that is. There's a singles Inferno reunion. Are we watching it together? Yes, we will watch that when it releases. We have a bunch of stuff we're going to do on Patreon this week. It's BTS promo. My love song was Your Eyes Tell. Where do you see this? Is this a Spotify kind of thing? BTS. on Spotify. Okay. Yeah. So there was a big article on GQ about BTS. Did you guys read that? Of course you did, right? It was huge. I think there's a video. We'll watch the video and we'll read the article together. And let's see where we go from there. Let's cue things up. Holy crap, there's a lot. Okay. Let's start with the behind the scenes of BTS's GQ cover shoot. Okay, we go. What? Was that the shot for you guys? This, right? This was the shot, right? It was. I know. I know you guys inside and out by now. This was the shot. The BTS GQ cover shoot behind the scenes. That was it. The article I hear was crazy. Oh, we have Jungkook's girl dinner in a bit as well. But the article, do we have the full article? Oh my God, we have endless girl dinner. Okay. All right. Endless girl dinner. BTS is back. Any questions? Nope. Okay. So this is the cover. I need bigger. Oh, trumpet. Camera. Oh, the man. Everyone's husband. We'll just leave it here for a bit? Huh? We just leave it here. This one. This one. Okay, we'll just leave it here. What else we got? Long-legged Jin. These two, they look so cool until they open their mouth. These two, right? They look so cool, but then like Jin gets annoyed at Jungkook, and then all aura drops. Who's mic drop? Wait, there's one guy missing. Who's missing? Oh yeah, there he is. This is my Facebook cover. Look at the RM's face. Everyone else. And then look at RM's face. It's like, this is like when he was translating for the first time, they went to the US. This is RM's look. I will never forget RM's video when he was like translating, and he was so annoyed in the US. Like, these guys know no English and just blurting out things, and then he has to translate it, and he's so annoyed. All right, so where is the article? Where is this article I've been hearing about? Oh, here it is. Is it long? Do we read a lot? A lot. Oh my god. Okay. A lot. Okay. We're going to read a lot. You ready? I can do this. Go to the kitchen and start doing your dishes. I'll make it extra dramatic with some BTS music underneath. Good idea? Yes.
I'm a born singer 좀 늦어버린 고백 I swear 언제나
Okay.
I'm a born singer 어쩌면 이른 고백 그래도 너무 행복해 I'm good
Good? Okay. Okay, let's go. Journalist Gino. Okay, forget the music. BTS begins again. In the nearly 4 years since they went on a break for mandatory military service in South Korea, the members of BTS have grown as artists and men, launching distinct solo careers to huge success. Now, the biggest band in the world is reuniting with a fifth studio album, a massive global tour, and a definitive answer to whether they're stronger alone or together. In mid-2025, right after the final member of BTS, the biggest band in the world, had served out the mandatory military service required of every able-bodied male in South Korea, the 7 members of the group decamped for Los Angeles to reunite under one roof. The seven, RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, had been in the band together since the early 2000s, when they were all still teenagers, but had not lived in the same place since 2019. After a few years apart, fulfilling their service and tending to solo careers, it was time to get back to work. "We do 6 days a week like businessmen," says RM, the band's leader. They followed a strict routine, training together in the gym in the morning, coming back home for lunch, recording to the studio by 1 p.m., and working with various songwriters and producers on new songs until about 8 p.m., after which they'd all go home. Living in one house as roommates once again, BTS were inadvertently doing a simulation of life before superstardom. Back to their days as trainees for Big Hit Entertainment, later rebranded as HYBE Corporation, when they would have given anything just to debut. This was before they sold over 500 million units and racked up over 104 billion streams worldwide. What? 104 billion streams? Oh my God. That's a crazy number. 104 billion streams. They're on their way to 1 trillion streams. Okay. Before they became the first Korean band to be nominated for a Grammy, to top the Billboard 200 album chart and the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart, to speak at the United Nations. Before they became a global cultural force, the best-selling Asian act ever, and one of the best-selling groups of any genre, any nation, any time, period. By now, the BTS mythology is well worn. In 2010, Big Hit Entertainment, then an underdog record label in Seoul, signed a 16-year-old RM, who was already making a name for himself as a prodigious rapper in the local underground hip-hop scene. Suga, hey man, a songwriter and rapper who also had a presence in that scene, and J-Hope, yo, 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 a b-boy dancer turned rapper, joined shortly after. Sensing a more lucrative opportunity, the company changed its plans and turned into the hip-hop trio into a K-pop band, eventually creating a unique 7-member lineup that bridged the edginess of the underground rappers with the shiny commercial appeal of a more traditional idol group. Jin, an acting major, eventually proved himself a strong vocalist and earned the tag Worldwide Handsome. Jungkook, the youngest and one of its most versatile singers, soon grew into an all-around performer. And then there was V, with his deep baritone and model-esque good looks, adding a cosmopolitan polish to the proceedings. Rounding out the group was Jimin, a trained dancer who brought his performance skills and a higher-pitched, utterly distinctive voice to the mix. In a few short years, the scrappy underdog act was giving groups from South Korea's big three entertainment companies, SM, YG, and JYP, a run for their money before becoming the local industry's #1 band, and later transcending the scene altogether, becoming a worldwide phenomenon. For those 2 months in LA, back together in the same house, the boys, now men in their late 20s and early 30s, worked day in, day out, all in an effort to make the best possible album. They worked as if digging for a piece of gold, like they did early in the early days. And I think we kind of found one, referring to their 5th studio album and their first in nearly 6 years. 6 years. Which will, of course, come with a colossal world tour. It's the most eagerly anticipated comeback in recent music history, inspiring a kind of feverish excitement reminiscent of when Elvis returned from the army in 1960. The band and I are together in the studio about an hour away from Seoul, the first interview they've granted as a group since announcing a break in 2022. And I find myself immediately disarmed by their camaraderie, which feels both reassuring and hard-won. In December, RM went live on Weverse, the community platform of HYBE, and confessed to fans that he had thought of disbanding the group thousands of times ahead of their comeback. The live stream sent shockwaves through ARMY. Adorable representatives, MC for youth. Adorable representatives. The band's exceedingly global, impressively strategic, and lovingly protective, overprotective fan base. Okay, MCs for the youth. Let's go. The personal pressure is huge, he said on the December 6th live stream. Since last month, I haven't been able to sleep. I was thinking about whether I should get a prescription for sleeping pills. I wondered thousands of times, would it be better for the team to disband or go on hiatus? The strain is understandable. The stakes are almost too high. Nearly 6 years on from their last studio album. Can BTS, which stands for Bangtan Sonyeondan, yeah, or Bulletproof Boy Scouts, yeah. Oh my God. Yo, author, you don't have to spill all the secrets. Before later evolving into Beyond the Scene. What? Get that shit out of here. Deliver a body of work that meets the anticipation from that long wait. Almost 4 years after last performing together, is the magic still there? Or has their time apart changed them in ways that make it difficult to go back to the way things were? Added to all of that is the fact that in helping bring South Korea's music scene to the center of global pop, they also have the hopes of an entire nation on their backs. Not to mention the adoration and dreams of their earth-spanning, adorable representatives, MCs for the youth. Sitting down together for this interview, and mostly speaking through a translator, the topic of RM's Weavers Live, the crash out heard round the world naturally comes up. I think I have some memes because of that live stream, RM says, laughing. How did the other members feel? Actually, none of us watched that video of the live stream. V says, we would only watch short YouTube shorts on it or reels, says Jin. Short spend. Short form content. Because it'd be weird if you watch each other's live stream. That Suga says. We're always together and we're like brothers. Actually, that kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. That really makes sense because they're like brothers. I think it's RM's love language to Army in a way, says Jimin. It really shows how emotionally invested he is in the group and in Army as well. I think it was very RM to be vulnerable and say things like that. RM's like the identity of this group. V says, he's the core leader of the group, so he must feel so much more pressure than the rest of us do. I usually don't have that much pressure, but it seems like he does. RM visibly moved by his bandmate's sentiments says, how sweet, looking at the other six. Love these guys. Their closeness is palpable. They are clearly easily relaxed with one another. Jimin squeezes Jin's neck. Jin playfully taps Jimin's leg. Jungkook settles in, placing 2 tangerines and several bags of potato crackers in front of himself, munching with enthusiasm between answers. Meanwhile, V, the significance of the occasion is not lost on him, whips out his phone to take a photo of the others. In true BTS fashion, the boys worked through the complex emotions spurred on by RM's Weavers Live by clowning on each other as brothers are wont to do. We are not the type that consoles each other, Jimin says. Well, we just laugh and make fun of the person to make him laugh and forget about it. We also had some drinks together. Yes, that is the way. That is the way. Let's take one break before we finish up the article. This is so freaking hilarious. Jungkook with tangerines? Potato crackers? Freaking adorable. But that kind of makes sense, you know? Like, if you're siblings, if you're brothers, you're not going to be, oh, you want to talk it through? They're going to be like, Ha 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 ha, you loser. I think, that's a sibling way. It's a more real depiction of how siblings are, right? Can we talk about like your fandom name reveal here in this article? Huh? Adorable representatives, MCs for youth. So embarrassing. You guys embarrass me. Oh my god. Yeah, I run a channel for adorable representatives, MCs for youth. Okay, MCs, let's go. Continue. Although we make fun of him in the front, in the back we're crying too, V admits. They're just such boys, RM tells me, laughing. That's how they deal with this kind of situation. Yeah, make it into a meme and pretend it's like nothing happened. It's clear that for these guys, there's true strength in numbers, and even the crushing pressures of a massive pop comeback can be relieved with jokes and brotherly banter. At one point during our conversation, apropos of nothing, apropos, Jimin dramatically takes off his jacket to reveal its ribbed tank top clinging to his trim torso, fighting for its life. Sexy! Jungkook exclaims. Oh my god. A response Jimin visibly appreciates. Can't believe flexing his arms and pitching his biceps, distracting his mates from their philosophizing. Apropos! I witnessed this dynamic during our cover shoot too, when V animatedly danced to Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg's Young, Wild and Free, as if daring Suga, who had to hold still as he was touched up by the hair and makeup team to join him. And as J-Ho walked away from his solo portrait, Drake's Hold On We're Going Home played over the speakers, a song he evidently can't resist belting out We're Going Home in full falsetto, putting a momentary stop to the shoot. It's a little staggering hearing massive pop stars letting it rip a few feet away. They just share a strong bond with each other and genuinely communicate as a group. Megan Thee Stallion, who collaborated with the band on the Butter remix and with RM on her single Never, Ever, Ever, Ever Play, told me, it's so rare to see that collective level of humility, love, and teamwork, but it's a special dynamic. Aw. Cute, cute, cute. How apropos. What I feel about the 7 BTS guys, says Coldplay frontman Chris Martin, is that they have been, it seems from knowing them a bit, made closer by that very intense process of becoming pop stars. Martin and Coldplay collaborated with BTS on the #1 hit My Universe. I was really happy that it seemed like they had each other's backs. They're very tight personally and they intertwine very well. They don't tread on each other's toes too much. There's distinct roles. The love between them is real. That was the most striking thing, love in a very intense situation. I just got chills. I know you guys probably like shed a tear reading that, right? Makes you think, actually. Never thought about that. I've I have occasionally thought their love for one another, how real is it? How genuine is it? I've always wondered that. And at times, I questioned, is it 100% genuine and 100% real? Are they just playing for the camera? Because there's a lot of acts out there that are like that. That go a little too far in their like appreciation for each other. And I always like wonder like how real is it? But Chris Martin's answer actually makes sense. What I feel about the 7 BTS guys is that they have been, it seems from knowing them, made closer by that very intense process of becoming stars. Yes. Sharing that pressure. You know? Like unloading some of your pressure and stress amongst a group of people. Going through things that no other human beings probably can relate to. Knowing that like 6 people with you are going through the same thing and sharing that load together. That makes sense, actually. Like, there are no other humans on the face of this earth that know what you're going through like they do, right? It's just really good answer, actually. Chris Martin, you're a smart cookie, bro. Psychoanalyzing. Huh? BTS. At a certain point, just like you can't really understand what makes music magical, I think it's the same with bands. And that's why we love bands sometimes. We don't really know why. Why is this group of 7 people a magical thing? Bigger than the sum of its parts. Beyond the fact that they work extraordinarily hard and that they're kind to each other and they love what they do. There's a certain magic that I don't know how to explain. Lost in all this talk of their long-awaited comeback is the fact that over the past few years, the members of BTS encountered something out of reach for most ultra-famous celebrities. They experienced becoming regular people again. Nearly all South Korean citizens, all male South Korean citizens between 18 and 28 are required to serve for roughly 18 to 21 months in the military due to the permanent threat of conflict with North Korea. Almost no one gets an exemption except for Olympic medalists. Before they enlisted, there was some speculation that the BTS members would be granted one. After all, they were practically national treasures. But they soon surprised the world by enlisting, staggering their service with Jin going in first and Suga completing it last, so that there would always be BTS members active in the public sphere as solo performers, a highly coordinated effort that ensured their beloved, adorable representatives would never miss their presence. By fulfilling their military duties in roles as varied as drill instructors, Jin and J-Hope, to military cook, John Kook, to special task force, V, the members were able to experience the tedium and routine of daily life like their fellow 20-something Korean citizens. Suga, for example, served as a public service worker, reportedly due to a shoulder injury, going from headlining stadiums around the world to clocking in at an office. I was actually never ever late to the office, Suga says proudly. I always came in 10 minutes early. I got ready for whatever I had to do for the day. It was at first weird for me to always get to some place on time and always go home at the same time, but I got used to it, and later it just became part of me. That routine eventually influenced his music making too. Before I went to the service, I would usually work on music at nighttime or very late at night, but I actually used the daytime to work on songs after I got discharged. Being put into a totally different world for us, and adapting was of course difficult, J-Hope admits. But humans are funny because they learn to adapt pretty quickly. I do feel that I have become healthier and I got to learn more about life and different sides of society. I also got to know a lot of new people, which was a big plus. And being in the military and serving in the military is something that every man in Korea goes through. It was so hard I was going to cry, Jimin says, pantomiming tears while cracking up. It was very challenging, but being able to be in those shoes and experiencing that meant a lot to us. One of the group's most memorable reunions was actually during the break. It was before we all got discharged from the military service, and Jung Kook cried. He bawled, V says, recounting his bandmates' desire for the group to reunite in earnest. Jungkook cried because he really wanted to be on stage, and he really just wanted to perform. He bawled. He missed adorable representatives. I could really feel how much love and passion Jungkook has for our stage performances and music, Suga adds. Through all this, Jungkook, the youngest, feigns ignorance. I don't remember, he says with a laugh, but everyone else was there. Apart, the seven grew professionally. Each member released distinct, impressively fully formed projects from boom bop, hip hop, J-Hope's Jack in the Box to Peter Gabriel-esque power ballads, Jin's The Astronaut. From chart-topping top 40 hits, Jungkook's 7, Jimin's Like Crazy, to introspective meditations on existential. Anyway, RM's Right Place, Right Person album. From trilogy-length artistic statements, Suga completed his third release as his alter ego, Augusty, during the break, to short but sweet EPs, V's Layover. The past few years have showcased the members of BTS stretching artistically. That's a really good phrase. BTS stretching artistically. They've collaborated with legends like Erykah Badu, the late great Ryuichi Sakamoto, J. Cole, and even revered Wong Kar-wai collaborator Wing Xia to bring their visions to life. As a result, the seven have blossomed into self-styled auteurs with their own unique obsessions and increasingly distinct ways of doing things. The pop star Halsey, who worked with the band on the 2019 hit Boy With Love and worked with Suga separately on her Manic album with a reimagining of her song Lilith, paid close attention to each member's burgeoning artistry. They have all had such unique solo journeys that truly reflect their individual style and strengths. She said in an email, I wasn't surprised necessarily, but really impressed with how tastefully their solo work was handled. I think the most exciting thing about everyone's projects was getting to see them flourish as songwriters and watch their personal flair come front and center. The solo activities for me was like a wake-up call, Jimin says. I knew that I had to practice a lot and grow as an artist and widen my spectrum before we banded together as one. I was looking at the performances and solo activities of other members and I thought, oh, I could do that too. They're doing very great. What I really loved about working solo is that you get to learn more about your taste, especially when you're collaborating with these music legends, says J-Hope. And you get to learn more about yourself. You get to learn more about your own colors, what kind of taste you have. I think it was a steep learning curve for me to be able to do that, he continues. That's why I think it's more meaningful that we're coming together as a group. I got to learn a lot, and experiences are invaluable. You can't buy that with money. Okay. We take a breather 1 sec. We're not even halfway done, I think. Are you here? Who's here? Am I a good reader? Are things going into your brain? Are you understanding? Okay. All right, let's get back into it. I'm loving this article, actually. This is probably the best article we've ever witnessed. Apropos. I'm learning new words, too. Education. Despite their explosive solo successes, there was never any real doubt in their minds that they would be getting back together. I know we're here because we're a team and we started as a team and we very much acknowledge that, Jimin says. And also we have a lot of fun together. We all treasure BTS more than we treasure each one of us separately, says V. We debuted as a group, so I think that's the core identity that we have. I love you, man, Jimin says to V. But if we have too much time together, I don't want to see that, V cracks. It always, or maybe ever, happened this way. It doesn't always, or maybe ever, happen this way. Do you remember when NSYNC went on a hiatus after Justin Timberlake wanting to pursue his own career? A temporary break that eventually became permanent, as his solo career earned him the industry credibility the band never had. Or when the Spice Girls continued on, sans Ginger, with new music, only for Scary, Sporty, and Posh. There was a Scary in Spice Girls? Only for Scary, Sporty, and Posh to crowd their feverishly anticipated third album by launching solo efforts within months of its release. Baby Elise was on message. That album, Forever, ultimately tanked and the promised world tour never transpired. To go even further back, there was the Jacksons' Victory Tour in 1984, a moment meant to trumpet the family band's longevity that eventually felt more like a sad trombone, cueing its end. Tensions between the brothers escalated on tour so much that on their final night headlining Dodger Stadium in LA, Michael, hot off the success of Thriller, went rogue and announced that it would be the last time the band would be performing together. Oh my goodness. The annals of pop music history are bursting with more examples of great bands that met their demise due to intra-band dynamics and the temptation of solo careers than ones that went on a break and successfully reunited. Wow. The fact that all 7 members of BTS have successful solo efforts that handily showcase their individual identities as artists but are making good on their promise to get back together and continue working as a band is a triumph in itself. The boys increasingly have individual passions, highly personal artistry, and busy lives of their own. They're just good people. It's simple as that, Halsey said. They are, I'm getting chills. Oh my God, holy crap. They're just good people. It's as simple as that, Halsey said. They are respectful of each other and inclusive of everyone's opinion and ideas. There's a really clear vision of what BTS is, so everyone knows what's on the agenda. And they've hit such a stride in how their individual strengths support that central vision. It's not a really egocentric environment. There's no way it could be, concerning how focused they are on representing BTS and rewarding the fans. Wow. It's a testament to the God-honest friendship. The God-honest friendship, not fake. It's a testament to the God-honest friendship and their devotion to the army that this is all happening. People always say they will, and they don't. It never happens. Okay. Girl dinner. Girl dinner. Wow, let me just process all of that. That goes back to what I was just saying. Is their love real? Well, I think that really clearly answers that. I wasn't quite aware of all those bands breaking up and their demise and how like a hiatus or one person's solo ambitions or success would ruin a whole group, you know? And no doubt BTS is different because they're able to like set aside their egos and realize that they are just one. And they are much bigger together. Eye-opening, actually. And what just Halsey just said, it's a testament. These guys are just plain good people. Oh my goodness. We're only halfway done, right? I think so. This is a very eye-opening article. Okay, let's continue. In some ways, everything changed for RM at the 2022 Grammy Awards. Nominated for the funky, infectious butter, BTS went into its category riding high on its second career Grammy nod and the rapturous reception to the show-stepping performance it delivered earlier in the telecast, bringing both bulletproof efficiency and an infectious air of camaraderie to the sometimes stodgy proceedings. It all made its eventual loss in the Best Pop Duo or Group Performance category due to Doja Cat and SCA's smash duet, Kiss Me More. All the more disappointing to its fans who quickly made the hashtag Scammies trend on Twitter and accused the show of using the band to drum up viewership. But RM had other things on his mind that night, watching Lady Gaga's theatrical and emotive tribute to her friend and mentor, Tony Bennett, and hers electric melody with Lenny Kravitz and Travis Barker. He reflected on what it meant to dedicate your entire life to music. I think the performance of Butter we put on at the Grammy Awards astonished people, he later said in an interview with Weavers 2 months after the performance. I think it's time for us to move beyond astonishing people and think again about what kind of messages we can send people now. I definitely had a grasp of what this group is back in the day, but now it seems like I hit this phase where it's impossible for me to know what the group is like or even who I am that clearly. What should BTS be saying to the world from now on? What position should BTS be remembered for taking at this point? How are we going to function moving forward? Sitting with the band today, almost 4 years after that evening, I posed those same questions back to the group's leader. After a period of being themselves, growing as individual artists, but also as men, what will BTS be moving forward? Sitting up straight, RM considers the question. The 13 years of the journey of BTS, for personally myself, started with, I know this team, he begins. Referring to his story as the band's founding member, the bright-eyed 16-year-old trainee that Big Hit Entertainment built the rest of the group around. This team started with me, myself, and then it just became, I don't know. The company, the label got so much bigger. The world is getting more complicated and confused even more and more. The platform has changed. The technology has changed so fast. Getting faster and faster, it's accelerating. 10 years ago, success to the band just meant being number one on the charts. Our only goal was to rank number one in the TV music shows, Jin says, referring to the popular Korean television genre. That would give us so much delight to be ranked number one. And after that, we grew as artists. I think we can only be here because we were very hardworking back then. I think we're still confused, RM says with characteristic honesty. But we're trying to find a little piece of gold inside this confusion. To get that clarity, the group they knew had to return to the foundation of BTS. Each other. They entered a songwriting camp for the first time, working with the music industry's best songwriters and producers in Los Angeles. Girl Dunna. RM is so honest. RM is so honest. Give me a one song break. Let me breathe a little bit.
음악이 내리고 나는 숨이 차 복잡해진 마음 숨을 내쉰다 오늘 뭐 실수는 없었어 나 관객들의 표정은 어땠던가 그래도 행복해 난 이런 내가 됐어 누군가 소리 지르게 만들 수가 있었어 작아지지 않은 영웅들을 품에 안고 아직도 downtown 빈 무대에 섰을 때 downtown 빈 무대에 섰을 때 흔한 공허함에 난 겁을 내 복잡한 감정 속에서 삶의 사선 위에서 근실이 난 더 무딘 척을 해 처음도 아닌데 익숙해질 법한데 숨기려 해도 그게 안돼 텅 빈 무대가 식어갈 때쯤 빈 객석을 뒤로 하네 지금 나 외로워하네 완벽한 세상은 없다고 자신에게 말해 난 점점 날 비워가네 언제까지 내 거일 순 없어 큰 박수 갈채가 이런 내게 말을 해 뻔뻔히 네 목소리를 높여 더 멀리 영원한 관객은 없대도 난 노래할 거야 오늘의 나로 영원하고파 영원히 소년이고 싶어 나 Forever we are young 나리는 꽃잎이 사이로 헤매어 달린 내 미러 Forever we are young 넘어져 다치고 아파도 끝없이 달린 내 꿈을 향해 Forever ever 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 꿈 희망 정치 Forever ever ever we are young Forever ever 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 꿈 희망 정치 Forever ever ever we are young Forever we are young 나리는 꽃잎들 사이로 헤매어 달린 내 힘으로 Forever we are young 넘어져 다치고 아파도 끝없이 달린 내 꿈을 향해 Forever we are young 나리는 꽃잎들 사이로 헤매어 달린 내 힘으로 Forever 넘어져 다치고 아파도 끝없이 달린 내 꿈을 향해
Okay, we're back. Sondosa writes, how can anyone hate them? I was thinking that. What's the answer to that question? I kind of agree because they are, if you could really do get to know them, it's, unless you're an evil person, you're an ass. It's really hard to dislike them. The only answer I can come up with is people who hate BTS are probably people who hate the army and how they act. Because them as a group, I mean, they're just likable people. Yeah. Jealousy. Yeah. Jealousy makes sense. They like a group, a certain group, and you know they're in the shadows of this big entity. Yeah. Okay, let's get back into it. In songwriting camps, some of the most industry's top songwriters and producers are typically assembled in one place and divided into several rooms with the express task of producing the next chart toppers and fan favorites for pop's biggest acts. It's a tradition as old as our modern conception of pop music itself, going back to the competing teams of the Brill Building and the assembly line approach of Berry Gordy's Hitsville, USA. Early in BTS's career, it was the rap line, RM, Suga, and J-Hope, who led in terms of songwriting and producing, crafting the bulk of some of their hits themselves. Through the years, though, the other members have grown into songwriters and producers in their own right, now boasting several songwriting and producing credits. The group's artistic maturity, honed further through its time apart, had an exciting effect on this album's sessions. We're all very ambitious still about writing music and creating music, says Suga. Depending on the different songs, there would be one member who would be the leading person who would contribute to the writing of the song. Jimin, for example, expanded his skill set learning new techniques on the music software QBS. QBS. No, not Q. Writer. Other. It's not QBS. It's called Cubase. It's not QBS or OBS. It's called Cubase. It's the Windows version. Yeah. Cubase. Cubase. Probably lost in translation. Cubase. Jungkook enjoyed the routine of the camp. It was really fun because we had 3 rooms in the studio. Sometimes we would pair up to go into a studio room. Sometimes it would be just one of us, and then we would switch pairs so that we could have different ideas and different types of collaborations. So it was our way of breaking away from the molds, and sometimes it worked out really badly. Sometimes it worked out really nicely. But the whole process was very liberating and free, so it was very fun. Jin found his younger bandmates' enthusiasm inspiring. The younger brothers are so persistent, he says. They have so much passion. Speculation around the new album, which will be released March 20, is at an all-time high. Already Army sleuths. You guys are the Army sleuths. Have reportedly identified big-name songsmiths like Max Martin, the legendary Swedish songwriter, producer behind everything from Baby One More Time to Blinding Lights, wow, and John Bellion, the songwriter behind songs like Miley Cyrus's Midnight Sky and Justin Bieber's Ghost, and Jungkook's everything, all his songs, as possible collaborators for the project. The members are careful not to share too many details about the album, but what they can say is a tantalizing enough prospect. We have a diversity of genres, Suga says. Dubstep, country, throat. What I can tell you is that it's going to be quite different from the BTS albums and sounds that you've been listening to. You're going to see a much more mature side of BTS this time around. It's truly the whole package, RM says. I can tell this next album is going to enlighten a little of that confusion. Mature BTS. 2 weeks after my interview with them, I'll receive a message from the band about their album title. They've chosen to name it Arirang, after a widely known anthem in Korea, reflecting the country's history. They wanted a name that represents who they are as a group and the stories they want to tell. Arirang is a traditional Korean folk song that transcends time and generations, long associated with emotions of connection, distance, and reunion, they wrote. It feels like an apt name for this chapter of the group, one that finds them reuniting with their army and one another. It's notable, too, that during perhaps the most highly anticipated moment of their careers, the 7 have chosen to return the world's attention to their roots, the country that made them. BTS, after all, has always had the innate ability to sidestep the limitations of language and be thoroughly emotionally legible to their countless global fans. Wow. Yo, writer! Amazing. Amazing writing. I'm going to reread this. It feels like an apt name for this chapter of the group, one that finds them reuniting with their army and one another. It's notable, too, that perhaps the most highly anticipated moment of their careers, the seven have chosen to turn the world's attention to their roots, the country that made them. BTS, after all, has always had the innate ability to sidestep the limitations of language and be thoroughly emotionally legible to their countless global fans. Yay! In their solo work, the members have been unafraid to tackle the darker aspects of contemporary life. Take Suga's work as August D, an angstier, more raw alter ego that saw him grapple with mental health and societal pressures, or RM's album-length meditation on self-acceptance, right place, wrong person. In this next chapter of their work as a band, it'll be interesting to see how they can marry that ripened maturity to the sound the world expects of them. I do understand that being idol groups and boy bands and girl groups in the K-pop industry, it might feel like it's a little bit restraining about the negative sides of life, says Suga. But I think as artists and individuals, you have to be able to express both the positive and the negative sides of life. I think we are slowly heading that way because this album has a lot of introspection and thoughts. Things that have changed and we're still changing. In an attempt to understand where the guys are at, sonically, I asked them what they're currently obsessed with. V shares that one of the group's collaborators introduced them to the music of the experimental rapper John Dawson. It just impacted me so much because it flew in a totally different way than I thought it would, V says. It gave me a lot of ideas on how music could flow and what kind of direction it could head towards. At the very beginning of BTS, RM Suga and J-Hope held a makeshift hip-hop school at the BTS dorm, giving the other members a list about 50 artists to immerse themselves in, highlighting the canonical work by the likes of Tupac and Nas. This happened after their actual rehearsals as big hit trainees. Some nights, the self-starting Bangtan Boys would come home from rehearsals at 11 p.m. and hold their school of hip-hop sessions until 6 a.m., giving up sleep to nurture their musical education. That shared love for musical discovery is foundational to the band's dynamic and something that has carried on to the present. Even today, this is apparent on social media when several members of BTS will post music by the same artist at the same time. Last summer, for example, there was a span of a few weeks when J-Hope, RM, V, and Jung all posted songs by the buzzy alternative R&B artist Jung on social media. We tend to recommend music to each other when we like something. That's why we tend to like the same music at the same time, says J-Hope. We do have different tastes, but we do have overlaps. For his part, J-Hope is currently obsessed with Rosalia's avant-garde Lux. Before I know it, all this music talk inspires the boys to start whipping out their phones. In a round of I'll show you mine if you show me yours, Spotify Wrapped, that is. I'm 24, Jungkook says. 20, says J-Hope. I'm 77, Suga says. I'm 88, V. 89, Jimin. Grandfather. What does this mean? Is it them as artists, like their solo? Like what their Spotify Wrapped rank? Is this what it is? Spotify age. I'm 24, Jungkook says. 20, says J-Hope. I'm 77, Suga says. I'm 88, says V. 89, says Jimin. Grandfather, what are they listening to? BTS's own rise built on the strides made by the generations of K-pop acts before them, the canny adaptation of innovative pop music from the West, the dense, striking visual storytelling that rewards repeat viewings, the strategic harnessing of technology, but with an authenticity and relatability that were all their own. If K-pop stars impressed with a polished impenetrability, BTS made themselves knowable. The quality that's also allowed them to transcend the genre entirely. Man, the whole sentence, the whole paragraph. In a 2024 interview with the New Yorker, HYBE chairman and founder, Second Audition, Bang Si-hyuk said, introducing. I'm kidding. Bang Si-hyuk said that his strategy was trying to figure out the most fandom-friendly thing to do and then taking it to the extreme. Instead of leaning on TV appearances, he established a YouTube channel for the band even before its debut. Allowed the members to run their own Twitter accounts and be extremely candid in video blogs, vlogging through their lowest moments and live tweeting drunken nights out on the town. I didn't want them to be false idols. I wanted to create a BTS that could become a close friend. Big Hit introduces. It's a nice paragraph, right? I wanted to create a BTS that could become a close friend. That constant dialogue with their followers helped birth ARMY. In contemporary pop music, the Stan Army is all but a given. They're devoted, intensely supportive, often serving as a pop star's street team, and sometimes spending thousands of dollars. Thousands, bruh. To see multiple shows on the same tour. But ARMY takes that to a deeper, more intense, even altruistic level. They regularly organize charitable drives, including for BTS's collaborators like Halsey. Last year, ARMY even sent a 7-year-old BTS song up the charts again as a way of communicating a message to the members. The 2018 single Anpan Man reached number 1 on Billboard's World Digital Song Sales chart and in over 75 countries. When I mentioned that fact to the band, they are visibly moved. I'm very touched, says Jimin. I don't even know how to give all the love back because I've received so much and the love is so unconditional. I'm always thinking about how I could give back with better performances, better songs. Freaking chills. Chills! I'm very touched. I don't even know how to give all the love back because I've received so much and the love is so unconditional. It's really hard to even know how big the love is because it's just so vastly huge, Jimin continues. I think it's mutual. We impact the ARMY, but ARMY also impacts us. It goes both ways. I am getting freaking chills. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. And we feel these things happening. Then I really do think deeper about what message we should convey out there as a team. Because whatever we say reverberates, and it means a lot to the ARMY. And we want to make sure that it makes a positive impact. Oh, we take a break right here. Oh my God, chills, 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 chills. What a freaking live stream this is turning out to be. Love the interviewer. I know it's bringing a lot out actually. We're gonna take a 1-song break, but before we do, I mentioned this years back when I first started reacting to this group. I said I love seeing ARMY. I love being able to see ARMY. And, you know, like, expressions made from the army to BTS, like army song, right? Or tributes or some video. Like I just like to see army in their purest, most genuine form. And I came to realize that army, if you visualize the emotions, it's BTS sending love to army, army sending love to BTS, right? Can you just visualize that? Like this whole like sending love, right? If I was BTS, I would be so addicted to videos showing army. I'd be so addicted to it because as them, as a group themselves, you as an army, you always see BTS. You see them in performances, shows, photos, photo shoots, whatever. You see them so much. Then you consume so much of their content. But to them on their side, there's really not that much they can consume it. The only way they can really consume it in a huge way is at a concert. But it's so magnified. It's like love concentrated to like the millionth degree. Do you know what I mean? It's not like one fan like saying, "Oh, I love you, BTS," like tweeting. It's like 100,000 people sending their love at one time, and they all receive it. Like, of course you can't see it visually, but even if you can't see it visually, you are going to feel that love. Imagine what that would feel like from their side, receiving all that love, not receiving it at all in their life, just reading tweets, but then actually witnessing this true love, the love in like the truest form, but there's 100,000 of you expressing it verbally, physically, at one place. Imagine how much that, oh my God, goosebumps, yeah. Imagine that happening. It's freaking nuts. This happens with a lot of groups. I understand that. BTS is not the only group to receive love and adoration like this. But like I said, like even in that article, a lot of groups come and go, and they're not forever. A lot of groups come and go, but even their fans are not as important. Their own single solo success is more important, or their ego is more important. And they're willing to forego and discard the fans' love. This group is different in that way. This group is not in sync, discarding the fans or the Jackson 5 with, infighting. And they're like, F the fans, I don't care. This group really does care for you and love you. And you can feel it. And you can see it. What a moving article. This article is long overdue. Something like this. We'll take a one song break.
반짝이는 별빛들 깜빡이는 불 켜진 건물
우린 빛나고 있네 각자의 방 각자의 별에
어떤 빛은 야망 어떤 빛은 방황 사람들의 부비들 모두 소중한 나날 어두운 밤 외로운 몸 별처럼 다 오랜 빛나 사라지지 뭐큰 존재니까 Let it shine 어쩜 이 밤의 표정이 이토록 더 아름다운 건 저 별들도 불빛도 아닌 우리 때문일 거야. You got me. 난 너를 보며 꿈을 꿔. I got you. 지륵 같은 맘들 속 서로 겹은 서로의 빛 같은 말을 하고 있었던 거야. 우린 가장 깊은 밤에 더 빛나는 별빛. 가장 깊은 밤에 더 빛나는 별빛. 밤이 깊을수록 더 빛나는 별빛.
한 사람의 하나의 역사, 한 사람의 하나의 별. 75개의 빛으로 빛나는 75가지의 world.
75가지의 삶, 도시의 야경은 어쩌면 또 다른 도시의 밤. 각자 많은 꿈 let us shine. 넌 누구보다 밝게 빛나. One.
어쩜 이 밤의 표정이 이토록 아름다운가.
저 어둠도 달빛도 아닌 우리 때문일 거야. You got me. 난 너를 보며 꿈을 꿔. I got you. 지륵 같은 밤들 속 서로 가본 서로의 빛 같은 말을 하고 있었던 거야. 우린 가장 깊은 밤에 더 빛나는 별빛. 가장 깊은 밤에 더 빛나는 별빛. 깊을수록 더 빛나는 별빛. 도시의 불, 도시의 별. 어릴 적 올려본 밤 하늘에 난 떠올려. 사람이란 불, 사람이란 별로 가득한 바로 이곳에서 we shining.
You got me.
난 너를 보면서 숨을 쉬어. I got you. 지륵 같은 밤들 속에 Shine, dream, smile. Oh, let us light up the night. 우린 우리대로 빛나. Shine, dream, smile. Oh, let us light up the night. 우리 그 자체로 빛나. Tonight. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Okay, we're back. Before we get into it, I'm going to read you something. I showed this on Twitter, showed this on Twitch, but never on YouTube. I was just randomly scouring the internet, and I found this message from an army. Today is exactly 9 years since the suicide of my boyfriend. He died and left this world the exact date BTS debuted. It took me 7 years to find BTS, and they found me when I was ready to end my life. I've said it in the past on this subreddit, but I think I'll say it again. I was waiting for a hotline to pick up. No one picked up because it was so busy due to COVID, and everyone was having issues. I was quarantined for already a year alone in my apartment and having anxiety. I never saw my family for fear of getting them sick. I was alone. I had nothing to look forward to. But at the corner of my eye, I saw their video, Stay Gold. I clicked on it, and even though it was in Japanese, I felt the message, and I knew what Stay Gold meant. I felt their emotions. I felt emotions for the first time because I was just going through the emotions of staying alive. I didn't realize how long I hadn't actually felt anything. BTS saved me, and as I dove deeper into their journey, their stories, their struggles, and finding ARMY, I felt a new spark in my life. Maybe I don't have a reason to live, but I am lucky to have existed in the same era as BTS. Like RM said, of all the universes, this is the best one. For me, although I went through a horrible few years, it is still the best universe for me because I have BTS. No matter where they go, If they are together or not, they are always BTS, and I am always ARMY. They lifted me out of a depression that got me to get promoted 3 times, change my ways, and go to therapy. They taught me I too deserve to be loved, and I too deserve to stay alive for myself. Today is his Memorial Day, but I have not had any PTSD flashbacks for the first time in years. And BTS is one of the reasons why. They aren't going away. They are just doing things differently now as they grow. Just as I grew out of my dark depths, I will support them as they grow from this new chapter. Yep. I found this on the internet and I thought it was relevant. I'm sure a lot of you have stories as well. Okay, let's get back into the article. The article is freaking crazy. This live stream is crazy, actually. Oh, my God. I didn't know. I'm going to reread just the first paragraph again. It's really hard to even know how big the love is because it's so vastly huge, Jimin continues. I think it's mutual. We impact the ARMY, but ARMY also impacts us. It goes both ways. And when we feel these things happening, then I really do think deeper about what message we should convey out there as a team. Because whatever we say reverberates and it means a lot to the ARMY. And we want to make sure that it makes a positive impact. Earlier in the band's success in America, a patronizing, dismissive portrayal of members of ARMY seemed to take hold in Western coverage of the band, as if only youthful frivolity and raging hormones could explain the cultural bridging success of 7 boys from South Korea. Truth is, ARMY is an incredibly diverse group of people from different countries, different generations, and different gender expressions. I know this firsthand, looking at the ARMYs in my life, from a Manila-based visual artist and sound designer whose work in film has won acclaim at Sundance and the Venice Film Festival, and whose art has been exhibited everywhere from Singapore to New York, to a Seattle-based tech executive who routinely brokers massive deals for one of the world's biggest companies when she's not using her PTO to fly across the world to watch BTS concerts. And then there's my mother, a woman I've only ever known to love the music of singer-songwriters like James Taylor and Carole King, who out of nowhere suddenly called herself a proud member of ARMY. Like a lot of people, she fell in love with BTS during the pandemic. When my grandmother moved into our house after suffering multiple strokes, and my mother became her primary caregiver, focusing all her energy on round-the-clock care for the octogenarian. During that dark time, on nights when she would have to force herself to stay awake while keeping watch on my grandmother, who was breathing through an oxygen concentrator, my mother would watch YouTube videos of the Bangtan Boys on her phone. Oh man, I'm getting chills. She knew to only watch on the official BTS channels, so the views counted. Their playful antics providing levity, their essential goodness allowing for hope. They kept me company during those late nights, she tells me now. There were so many problems, but I would watch their videos, and for a moment, they would make me smile. Who's crying or cried so far? As the band prepares to release their most mature and sonically ambitious album yet, I asked them if the Grammys still represents a pinnacle to them, if winning a trophy is still a goal. I don't know, says RM, because time has passed. There are a lot of K-pop related nominees you see in the general field, and really I want to send big applause for them. I mean, we'll try, he adds later, but we'll submit our album to the Grammys again. Maybe we'll submit our album to the Grammys again, but I don't know. We don't want to be desperately eager for it. We don't want to say anymore like, oh man, we want the Grammys. I mean, it doesn't mean that we really don't want it, but we'll try. But if not, then okay. For the band at least, the goal was always less about the actual trophy and more about having a North Star for the group to work toward. Typically, a band is 4, right? We're 7. For a team like this, sometimes we need such a goal to just go on. RM continues. The Grammys was one of the goals that we haven't really gotten in the past, but I think now the most important thing is just that we are here back together again. We're going to see the fans all over the world. Nearly 6 years after their last studio album, will their hot streak continue? The thing about an imperial phase is it often happens only once in a band's lifespan. When the Pet Shop Boys' Neil Tennant coined the term in 2001 in an interview with Chris Heath for a remaster of their seminal 1987 album, Actually, he was looking back at a run in the late 80s where it seemed like the band had the golden touch, a time when their sensibilities met the moment and they could do no wrong. In a canonical essay for Pitchfork that cemented the idea of the imperial phase, think Rumors era Fleetwood Mac, Faith era George Michael, and Michael Jackson from Off the Wall, to the start of the bad era. In Pop Discord, the critic Tom Ewing wrote, "There's something double-edged about the concept. It holds a mix of world-conquering swagger and inevitable obsolescence. What do we do about emperors? That they end up naked. The phase always ends." But of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. And time again, BTS have proved themselves the exception to every pop rule. They were the underdog K-pop band who weren't supposed to be able to compete with acts from the big 3 companies. The global breakout that some pegged as a novelty. If any hugely popular contemporary band were to defy the odds, it would be them. Theirs is the kind of impact that can only be meaningfully compared to the Beatles or the Supremes. Just like the Fab Four, BTS was crucial in bringing the music industry of a whole nation to the center of global pop. Like Motown's lead girl group, the band's shiny packaging and catchy hooks have served as an effective Trojan horse for lasting social change, breaking down racial barriers and paving the way for more Asian visibility in mainstream culture. When comparisons between BTS and the Beatles started cropping up around their US breakthrough, it wasn't just because of statistics. It was a recognition that this too would be a true generational force, the closest thing to monoculture in our fractured times. And the members of BTS have known how fickle fame can be from the beginning. Starting out in K-pop, a music industry so competitive and transient that every release following a debut is called a comeback, regardless of how much time has actually passed. They knew not to take anything for granted. Making it past the 100-day mark is not easy. Every comeback must be a smash in order to make financial sense to the company and for a group not to be disbanded. In this way, the customs of the court are similar to alt-era UK pop, where even generational acts like Sugar Babes and Girls Aloud live single to single for a surprisingly huge swath of their careers. I think BTS are innovators, Halsey said. I don't think they need to worry about what's happening now, because they're always going to trailblaze what happens next. It's all sort of background noise for a generational act of musicians who know how to take the noise that actually matters to the forefront. Halsey. In September 2013, when BTS hit their 100-day milestone, they marked the occasion with a special radio show celebrating with cake, giddily singing congratulations to one another. Watching the clip now, almost 13 years later, it's striking how much none of that what followed seemed a given at the time. Not the massive hits in South Korea, the devoted fan base that helped them break through around the world, their current status as pioneers and superstars. The Bangtan boys were just that, boys, dreaming of what could be, hoping for the best. On the program, Suga said in Korean, "It's been exactly 100 days since we debuted. I think we've been able to make it this far, all thanks to our armies." Looking at his bandmates, he continued, "Whether it's 100, or 1,000, or 10,000. Let's stay together." With no hesitation, his bandmates responded in unison, "Let's stay together." Sitting down with the band now, shortly before their grand return, I asked Suga if it still feels that way. If the next 100, 1,000, and 10,000 days still feel promised. The reason why I said that was because in the earlier days of showbiz, there's so much going on and your lifespan can be pretty short in the business, Suga says. I was worried. Until when would we be able to do this? But now, I ask the same question under a positive light. We're still very good friends. The fans still love us. They want us. They support us. If we can keep this going, then maybe we can be dancing in our 60s. As long as we're willing, I think maybe into our 50s, into our 60s, we can always be a band. We can always be together as a band. Then looking at the 6 bandmates he's already lived a few lifetimes with, Suga smiles and says, maybe it'll be a bit hard on our knees, but I think we can do that. The End. Written by Raymond Ang. Read by DJ Gino. This has been an Audible presentation. Okay, let's take a one song break. Process some things.
Been trying to tell you this. I was supposed to tell you this. This is all for you. 걷길만 걷자. 그 말은 난 못해. 좋은 것만 보자. 그런 말도 난 못해. 이제 좋은 말 있을 거란 말. 너는 아프지도 않을 거란 말. 그런 말 난 못해.
너네 아이돌이니까 안 들어도 부리겠네. 너네 가사 맘에 안 들어. 안 봐도 비디오네. 너넨 힘없으니 구린지 분명히 했을 텐데 너네 하는 짓들 보니 조금 있으면 망하겠네. Thank you so much. 너희들의 자격지심 덕분에 고딩 때도 못한 증명해냈으니 박수 짝짝. 그래 계속 쭉 해라 쭉. 우린 우리끼리 행복할게 good yeah good. 하나 둘 셋 하면 잊어. 슬픈 기억 모두 지워. 자꾸 웃어 괜찮아. 잘하는 듯하면 잊어. 슬픈 기억 모두 지워. 서로 손을 잡고 웃어. 그래도 좋은 날이 앞으로 많기를. 내 말은 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋. 모두의 그림자 속에 나 어둠 속에 나 아픔까지 다 보여주기 싫었지만 나 아직 너무 서툴러기에 웃게만 해주고 싶었는데 잘하고 싶었는데 이런 날 믿어줬어 이 눈물과 상처들을 감당해줬어 나의 빛이 돼줬어 화양연화의 그 꽃이 돼줬어 괜찮아 자 하나 둘 셋 하면 잊어 슬픈 기억 모두 지워 내 손을 잡고 웃어 괜찮아 자 하나 둘 셋 하면 잊어 슬픈 기억 모두 지워 서로 손을 잡고 웃어 그래도 좋은 날이 앞으로 많기를 내 말을 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋 그래도 좋은 날이 훨씬 더 많기를 내 말을 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋 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 믿는다면 둘 셋 괜찮아 자 하나 둘 셋 하면 잊어 슬픈 기억 모두 지워 내 손을 잡고 웃어 괜찮아 자 하나 둘 셋 하면 잊어 슬픈 기억 모두 지워 서로 손을 잡고 웃어 그래도 좋은 날이 앞으로 많기를 내 말을 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋 그래도 좋은 날이 훨씬 더 많기를 내 말을 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋 믿는다면 하나 둘 셋 괜찮아 자 하나 둘 셋 하면 잊어 슬픈 기억 모두 지워 내 손을 잡고 웃어 괜찮아 자 하나 둘 셋 하면 잊어
Okay, we're back. You know, when I first started this YouTube channel, I was just genuinely curious about this group, BTS. I was wanting to see if they were actually good. And I was just wanting to see if all the hype and all this hoopla was deserved. You know, I just wanted to see, is it good? Is it good? It's like, why is everyone going nuts? And then slowly, that kind of morphed into national pride. I was just prideful. It was like patriotism, like go Korea because I'm Korean, and I'm just rooting for them because they're from my country. It was almost like Olympics, you know. When you guys like all of a sudden like someone's good from your country in anything, you just root for them, right? Blindlessly. And then slowly it morphed from that. It wasn't feelings of patriotism anymore. It was, at some point, I just realized how much of an impact this group has on so many people in the world. I don't care. I no longer associate or like care about the they're from Korea part anymore. I don't care. It's just, I'm over that part, that phase. I see so much that they're affecting the whole world. You know? Now, I tell you, I'm not army. But I can promise you I root for the army and I root for BTS. Because Now I can tell you that I root for the ARMY and BTS because I do find you guys special. You know, I witness this. I witness everything. I have a front seat to what is happening, right? So many people have been healed and so many people have been found. They affect so many people all over the world in a positive way. It's no longer about the music in many ways. To me, I've always thought BTS ARMY are attracted to the goodness of this world. The light. I've always thought they were attracted to that. Like wholesomeness, like innocence, sincerity, friendship, love. And they kind of rejected like, you know, all of the trash going on in this world, the hate, the violence and sex and celebration of money, and you know, they don't need cool swaggy people. Armies are inherently attracted to the light, and that's what BTS is to you guys. It's I am not ARMY, but I do root for you, ARMY and BTS.
지워진 꿈을 찾아 헤맸을까 운명 같은 하나만은 달라 아픈 너의 눈빛이 나와 같은 것을 보는 걸 When you please stay in dreams yeah. 저기 멀리서 바다가 들려 꿈을 건너서 숲을 너머로 선명해지는 그곳으로 가 제발 꿈에서 깨어났지만 저기 멀리서 바다가 들려 꿈을 건너서 숲을 너머로 선명해지는 그곳으로 가 Take my hands now You are the cause of my euphoria
Okay, we're back. Hello, hello, hello. On a funny side note, please don't be harsh on them when you react to their album. Okay, you know me. You know me. I'm more harsh on them. Do you think I'm more harsh on them? Yeah, I am a little bit more harsh on them. I'm more strict with them. Okay, so I think that is the end of the BTS portion of this live stream. We are going to do a BTS movie right after this live stream on Twitch Patreon. So be on the lookout for that. And click on the links below if you're watching the... oh, there was Girl Dinner, actually. Okay. Girl Dinner! Okay, we have Girl Dinner. Well, click on the links down below if you're interested in joining the replay for the BTS movie. Can I get the playlist? Link for the playlist? I don't know where I got it. We have a bunch of Jungkook stuff. Oh, here we go. Okay.
It's not time that defines me. It's how I move through it.
Is he speaking English? Oh my god. Wait. Let's do this properly. He's speaking English. Another, do you have your Calvins on? Remember when we reacted to, do you have your Calvins on? Do you remember what I heard? I misheard what he said. When he said, do you have your Calvins on? And I misheard something else. What did I say? Do you remember?
It's not time that defines me. It's how I move through it. Time moves precisely. I move with purpose. I don't chase time. I flow with it.
Ooh, I flow with
Each second shapes me, who I was and who I'm becoming. In rhythm, I find power. In stillness, control. To move with time is to master it.
Okay. Do you have your Calvins on? Did you guys go nuts yesterday? I did. I saw it. I saw you guys going nuts everywhere with this suit. You guys lost it. You guys went feral again. Like
여기 정면 한번 봐주세요. 정신 시선 골고루 갈게요.
Plutôt, tu m'en fais une ou deux aussi, que je puisse poster rapide.
This is Korea?
그냥 전신 다
Is this Korea?
찍을까요? 아 시계. 여기 정면 한 번만 더 봐주세요. 전공님 팔 한 번만 더 들어주실 수 있어요? 네, 감사합니다. 아, 여기 시선 아래로요.
That guy looks like a watch company CEO.
자, 정국씨 CEO랑 같이 보라트 한번 할게요. 보라트 CEO랑 보라트. 예.
Oh my god. Yo! Who's giving out these instructions? Yo, photographer, shut the hell up. Don't tell him what to do.
자, 같이. 예, 같이 보라트. 자, 같이 한번 만들어요. 같이 한번. 예.
Shut up! Oh my god. You know these photographers are just like freelancers, right? I'll be like, yo, shut up. You don't talk anymore. That's just me as a celebrity.
Thank you.
하이, 히사시부리 데스ね. 보그 자판 지민 데스.
정 데스.
네, 오늘은 저희가 저희 둘의 가방과
Where am I?
아이템들을 소개해 보도록 하겠습니다. 가방을 한번 보여주시면
Sorry. It's somewhere. We got it. We watched this. 보고 데스. I think that's it. Yes, girl dinner is over. BTS portion of this live stream. Exactly 2 hours. Yeah, I saw a picture. Like, there were like 40 bodyguards around Jungkook. Yes, this is the CORTIS portion of this live stream. There's more videos, Gino. Joy, we have a whole BTS movie we're doing right after this live stream, so don't worry. Wait, what? Which BTS movie are we doing? Do you know? What is part 3? Break the Silence? Okay. We're watching Break the Silence right after this. Stay tuned for that. Co-workers being so patient. I know. Co-workers are freaking... Magne's being patient. All right. What is going on? Show me what we're watching today. CORTIS. CORTIS appeared on the NBA crossover. Do we have a playlist? Send the link right here. You can send the link here. Yes. CORTIS new song, Young Creator Crew. Okay, let's try it. At the NBA All-Star Weekend in LA. Okay, this is going to be it.
하루 끝이나 세번 건네 비로까지는 하면 안 보고 freestyle이나 멤버 좀 dance and I still know what you're there 사람 나 on the track Cause it's where you and I let me see you dancing 시선도 좀 보자 잠시만요 check second beat drop
Wow, there's so many people there. There's a lot of new fans, huh? This is called YCC Young Creator Crew by CORTIS. The official is not out yet. Jung Gq. Okay, Jung Gq by CORTIS. Not my favorite song for a lot of reasons. The song has bad audio. I will reserve my opinion on this, but stylistically, it's not up my alley. I don't know if it is for the youngins, but yeah, I will. Let me hear it better when it comes out officially. There is another song called "Mention Me." Jung Gq. Okay, this is a full length. Okay. This is Mention Me by CORTIS official video. Sony Pictures. What?
They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip with they friends. They gon' mention me, yeah, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah, yeah. Now the shortest in this game, yeah. You're so tall, you're too tall, yeah. We don't talk, we don't blame you. You know you better pass the ball to me. Let's go, yeah. Give it a ball, give it a ball, yeah. Let's go. I'm about to push up, pay that ball like yeah. You know your friends are talking about me. So now you know that. They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip with their friends. They gon' mention me, yeah, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah, yeah. They gon' mention me when they talk about how I run up a step. They gon' mention me every time they talk about who is that. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah, yeah. Bigger benefits I made it conversation. Bigger benefits that came with the crib, made a curve, body matching me.
Nobody mess with me, a matter of fact, cause I bikini'd up.
James.
Be a stranger like who? Class ballin' ready, thought I'll be arenas. They gon' me legit, but I kill like Mr. Meal. And I pull up info, come on, shame you miss me either. So I'm bad, I put up way faster than a beamer. Only first place, cause I'm a leader. Only top, I might need a little more space next time we meet her. They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip with their friends. Night, night. They gon' mention me. They gon' mention me when they talk about how I run up a stat. They gon' mention me every time they talk about who is that. They gon' mention me. Yeah. They gon' mention me. Yeah. Hey.
Mention me. Okay. That works. That one works. That one hits. Okay. Apparently this is an OST, right? For an upcoming movie. It's an OST for GOAT from Sony Animation. Okay. Martin and Songyoung mainly wrote Mention Me. They made it for when they were in Japan. Okay. You can get a version without all the movie noises. Yes, I would very appreciate that. Actually, I didn't really like the mixing for this. I don't know why. I don't know if it's related to the music video, but a lot of the mixing was way too compressed for me. I need to hear some higher highs, especially that drop. If it's mixed correctly, that can hit really hard, but I'm not feeling it to the max. They don't mention me. They don't mention me. That chorus is the best part of the song. Is their album coming up soon? It is, right? It's releasing pretty soon, I believe. It is, right? Oh, I can't wait for them to come up in April. In April? Oh my God. They're coming out in April. Jeez. It would have been nice if they came out before March 20th. Right? Did you hear? Did you hear about is it One Republic from Australia? Was talking about the upcoming release schedule for this year, and they were like they had to like steer clear of BTS releasing. They didn't want to release around the same time. Yeah. But I guess CORTIS has probably an overlapping fan base as well with CORTIS, with CORTIS and BTS together. So it's okay. What else we got? CORTIS said they will release something in March before April album. Okay. Go remix? There's a Go remix? I want to steer clear of the NBA channel. Which one? There's a couple of remixes. CORTIS. Oh yeah, NBA crossover. Anything from NBA channel is gonna be like it's like copyrighted. I can't watch the NBA stuff here. NBA crossover fan cams. Okay, we can do those. NBA. You know that's very smart because
it's been a long time since we performed in such a big crowd, so close to everyone. It's an honor.
yeah, you want me to watch this video? You know what? We'll have a playlist next time. There's a girl here named Anna Bia. She makes the CORTIS playlist, and she's nowhere to be found today. I'll have a playlist ready from her that's suitable for viewing on YouTube. There is a better version. Yeah. Let's get a playlist ready. We are so not ready for CORTIS concerning this is NBA stuff. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, CORTIS fans. Let's hold off on this. Keep it for later because there is a longer video you can watch. Okay. All right. We're going to have to postpone this when Ana Bia is here. Ana Bia lives in Brazil, I believe. She is the one who makes the CORTIS playlist for us. Okay. I love you all. There is a movie that we're going to go watch. There's also Singles Inferno Reunion that we need to watch. There's so much to watch. You can follow us over on to Twitch in just about 5 minutes, okay? What's it called? Mention Me? Mention Me, CORTIS. I want to hear the Spotify version as we're going out. I love you all. We go.
They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip with they friends. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah.
I'm the shortest in this game, yeah. You're so tall, you're too tall, yeah. We don't talk, we don't blame you. You know you.
Still not hitting. This mix is way too compressed. It should be like shaking. You know, when the drop hits, it is lacking a lot of that. When the beat comes in, you should be feeling it.
They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip with they friends. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah. I'm the shortest in this game, yeah. You're so tall, you're too tall, yeah. We don't talk, we don't blame you. You know you better pass the ball to me. Let's go, yeah. Give me the ball, yeah. Let's go. I'm about to push up, pay that ball like you. You know your friends are talking about me. So now you.
Was that Konho? Your friends are talking about me.
They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip
Martin.
with their friends. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me when they talk about how I run up a step. They gon' mention me every time they talk about who is that. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah. I got benefits, I'm made by myself straight from the judge. I got benefits.
This is Martin.
Came up with the grill, made a cut. Nobody messing me. Yeah, nobody messing me. A matter of fact, 'cause I be clean it up. I can be a stranger like who's in the mirror.
That was Juhoon? Get out. That's Juhoon? Juhoon, the one with the deep voice?
I got benefits, I made it by myself straight from the judge. I got benefits, I came up with the grill, made a cut. Nobody messing me. Nobody messing me. A matter of fact, 'cause I
James.
clean it up. I can be a stranger like who's in the mirror. Class ballin' ready, thought out big arenas. They gon' be legit, but I kill like misdemeanors. And I pull up info, come on, shame you miss me either. So I'm bad, I put up way faster than a beamer. Only first place, 'cause I'm a leader. Only top class, I might need her. Little more space next time we meet her. They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip with their friends. They gon' mention me.
That's not one of his best from Martin, huh?
Little more space next time we meet her. They gon' mention me every time my name be ringing bells. They gon' mention me every time they gossip with their friends. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah. Hey. They gon' mention me when they talk about how I run up a stat. They gon' mention me every time they talk about who is that. They gon' mention me, yeah. They gon' mention me, yeah. Hey.
I do enjoy the drop though, right? Yeah, Julian was good, huh?
밤새 노선 노스car고는 잠에 all day we're tryna flip it much Fridays pancakes bloodshot eyes tonight 도망가 여길 벗어나 Cause 우리는 꿈꿔 진짜 나의 맘 달려본 Drunk it I call it 자리 떠지름 집어줘 Cause we're on a joyride 더 세게 speed it up 지금 기분 so high Driving so fast 가로질러긴 넌 day to night right We're on a joyride Yeah We're on a joyride Yeah We're on a joyride Driving so fast 가로질러긴 넌 day to night right We're on a joyride
Doesn't it have that like Post Malone Circles kind of chill vibe, right? It's not like we're not talking about like world class like ballad vocals, right? It's just like unpolished and like just laid back and just you hear the feel and the soul more.
인생의 나의 패스는 사건 직모까지 뒤로 came back 인생의 폭풍 이미 났네 drip 아래 drop rain dance 종을 꼈었지 폭주는 내 personality MJ ever since 23 rap snakes 담을 넘었지 Cause 우리는 꿈과 지칠 나의 밤 달려 트렁크에 골라 채워
I have a feeling Joyride is gonna be Cortis's spring day. What do you think about that? Cortis Coers will be calling this the Queen. 10 years from now. I will see you on Twitch in 5 minutes.